whichever film has done well here. Look at them; they're all commercial films. And if you want to get a break here in the north, then you should come up with a commercial film. Don't waste it with the 777 Charlie. If you come up with a masala commercial film which doesn't make sense to me, then it will be a torture when I am shooting.
Hello, Rakshit.
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you're not too exhausted with all the promotions.
No, actually, last 2 days it's been a little fine.
A little easy now.
Yeah.
No, first of all, I have to say, Rakshit, like it's an absolute honor to have you. I've actually been troubling Raj to get you on the channel, but so it's finally here. So I'm very happy. I have to first say, like, you're my introduction to Kannada cinema. And you can, I hope you don't barrage me with my bad pronunciation, but Uludvaru Kandita was like my first Kannada film that I saw. And I just have so much respect for you for what you do. So again, welcome on the channel.
Thank you so much. Pleasure being here.
No. Rakshit, what I wanted to start with was, you see the current landscape of, say, pan-Indian films and a lot of people talking about what should nationally be distributed. Could you elaborate on what do you think is the overriding theme of 777 Charlie, which you believe is the reason why it should be seen nationally or distributed on a large scale?
So one main reason is obviously Charlie itself. Because we have not seen a dog film for a long time, in Indian cinema. I think what is the last film you remember which was completely a dog film? There is no example. I mean, there were dogs in many films, but a complete story which rides on the dog, we have not seen it. And especially this film is very special because, I mean, see, even outside India, we have seen a couple of dog films, but none of the dog films are, in this theme in a way. See, the character I play, whose name is Dharma, and he's a complete introvert who doesn't have a family, who doesn't have friends, he doesn't talk to his colleagues, he doesn't mingle with his neighbors. He's a complete loner. But when a dog comes to his life, what are the changes he goes through, and how he learns emotions or start respecting emotions, and what are the new experiences what he has in his life because of the dog. You take any story, the protagonist has to go through an internal change. Other than his external journey, the internal change is also very important. And normally, what it happens through many characters around. But here, just because of a dog, if a person can change, I believe that is very beautiful, right? That the idea itself is very beautiful, and that can be probably adopted into many human lives also, because the kind of unconditional love and the kind of innocence what these pets have, humans can never have them, but there is a chance that we can learn from it.
The journey of finding oneself through screenplays is usually through relationships, other humans. And I think, this is something that, a pet is something, a universal concept. I think a lot of people will connect with.
Relate to, yeah. The dog lovers everywhere. Yeah. And also, once you watch the film, even if you're not a dog lover, you'll start loving dogs. And you'll probably, go and adopt a, indie or at least a dog.
For sure.
Yeah. So, along with the whole team thinking that we have a market outside already. It's just that we have to tap it, and we have to get them to theaters. Along with that, there is also a message which the film gives, and probably that also, after giving so much of dedication and passion towards one project for last, we have been shooting for 3 years. We have shot for 167 days when it, and I know for the fact that you can't make 777 Charlie once again. Even if the same team intends to make the film, we won't be able to pull it off, because it just happens once in a lifetime kind of a project, because the kind of experiences what we have in this film is like that. And since when you have made it, if you don't take that film wherever wherever there is a market, then probably it is a crime.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And I think this is also a sign that guys, if there is any remake rights that Rakshit sells, it won't be the same. The magic won't be the same. But I have to say, like Rakshit, what was very distinct to me when I saw the first look of 777 Charlie was it reminded me of how you cut the trailer for ASN as well. It's 4 minutes long. It doesn't reveal many of the key plot points. Is there a reference to why your trailers are so long and they usually have montages and intense scenes, but still don't reveal, say, major key plot points?
So I actually, when I cut a trailer, I just go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know how it should start and how it should end, and in between what I'm going to fill is something which I explore as I cut it. I normally take minimum of 10 days to cut a trailer. I remember Udidoru Kannante, I had taken 9 days to cut it, and I was sitting next to Ajnish Loknath, and I started the plot of the trailer. Like okay, these are the first few things which has to come in the trailer so that people get an idea what is the film about and where it is placed. And then he started doing music for that, and he extended 10 more seconds of music. Thinking that what might come next, or every music once it starts, it has to go in a certain flow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fit in a few more shots to that music to make it more interesting, and that's when that a film by Rakshit Shetty and all comes. Obviously, that, and then so that's how we work. We keep shifting from editing table to the music table, to the music table to the editing table, and I think by the as I cut half the trailer, I somehow know how this is going to fill in and end also. So the Udidoru Kannante took 9 days, and Kirik Party took 14 days.
Wow.
ASN trailer took almost more than 25 days, and and when I say 25 days, I'm saying from morning to night 11 o'clock we are continuously only working on the trailer. And for me, I personally, I love the idea of cutting the trailer, because that's the most interesting part, because all your difficult jobs are done. Basically, I think the most difficult job is to write the script, because I believe once a script is on papers, the foundation is set. Going and shooting it is not difficult at all, because the visuals are already there because you have written the script. And once the shooting is done, the next most interesting thing to do is, all the difficult part of job is done, right? So the most interesting thing to do is bring all that
condense it
and bring it into 3 or 4 minutes. And since I go with the flow, I don't stop myself. Even I put a mark that's saying that okay, 3 minutes, this time my trailer is going to be 3 minutes. But by the time I come to close to 2.5 minutes, I know that okay, this is not going to end at 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it just goes and reaches 4 minutes. And once I watch it in a flow, I'm like, okay, 4 minutes chalega, this is working. So
yeah, no, I don't think anyone's complaining, because you have an odd sense of not revealing great plot points, so it doesn't ruin the experience of when we go to the theater. I also wanted to, Rakshit, say, like, I'm a big fan of ASN, and I still remember the world building and the humor and everything about that world was something that absolutely engrossed me, because that was also distributed, say, on a national scale. Would you have any learnings about the same in terms of, now that you are more refined in terms of how the market is, are there any learnings after that reception?
See, that was our first try, in terms of there was a certain effort which needs, when not just getting the product ready, but also going and talking to people, and how you talk to them. All that is very important, and probably that is where we had gone wrong. Because I was busy with the technical part of the film too, and only one guy was roaming around to try to find a distributor. And probably this time, when I have gone and done things myself, because Kiran Raj was looking after the whole technical thing, so I didn't have to get involved too much here. So I had complete freedom of going and meeting people, and finding. So even this time also, it is not that as soon as I went, people were ready to take it, and okay, or this will do pan India. It's not like that. I have met a lot of people who saw the 15 minutes cut of the film, which is like the extended version of the trailer. What you're
Yeah.
seeing today.
Yeah.
The trailer is 3.5 minutes, but we had a 15 minutes cut so that distributor get to see more of the film. And whenever I showed it to the distributors, the most of them were like, oh, this is not a commercial film. Only the commercial films are releasing from the south. Whichever film has done well here, look at them. They're all commercial films. And if you want to get a break here in the north, then you should come with a commercial film. Don't waste it with the 777 Charlie. And so I was very clear that it is not about me getting a break because I've already got a break. I'm quite safe in Karnataka. It is just that we have made a film which probably deserves to be seen across the country, and that's the reason I'm here. And but as soon as I heard negatives from any distributor, I didn't even go and try to convince him, because I was very sure about one thing, that whoever comes on board has to believe in the product and believe that this film definitely will do well, even in the northern belt. Went back again to another distributor, even he came up with a negative comment, and then I came back again. So this I've done quite a few times, and finally we froze with UFO, who actually watched that story and thought that no, this is definitely a pan-India film. It's written everywhere that it's a pan-India film and you should release it. And then we came up with a trailer, and trailer did a really good buzz across the country. And after that, we started getting a lot of calls saying that we would like to be a part of this. Now it's too late.
Yeah, but I guess perseverance and conviction with the script is key then, for carrying on probably. I wanted to you just touched upon this, Rakshit. I wanted to ask from a layman's perspective, is there a segregation in, say, Karnataka between the kind of ideas that are coming out of, say, Mangalore, Udupi versus what comes out of Bangalore? And is there any segregation like that?
No, actually, because there is a segregation between a typical, masala commercial film and the kind of films which the new guys are doing, the new generation filmmakers. And these new generation filmmakers are from different part of the state. Hemant Rao is from Bangalore, and Pawan Kumar is from Bangalore. Anup Bandari, of course, is from Mangalore belt, but he's born and brought up in Mysore. And a couple of filmmakers who are going to come next. I mean, Kiran Raj is from Kasaragod, so yeah, he's that belt only. But
so it's all over, yeah.
It's all over, yeah.
Yeah, because also I was always envisioning also whether Rakshit Shetty as an actor is very convinced and happy in his own hermit kingdom that he's built beautifully, or is he creatively stimulated when he sees these what is termed as mass action films? What do you think of it as the masses are being very receptive to it? Is it something that creatively stimulates you, or you love the sort of kingdom that you've created?
I mean, for example, when I see what Prashant Neel does, even though it is mass commercial, he has a format, and he has a format of storytelling, and he has a style to it. So it is, end of the day, it is, very inspiring filmmaking process what he's doing. And probably if he comes and tells me that let's do a movie, I will be on my toes. But at the same time, if you come up with a masala commercial film which doesn't make sense to me, then it will be a torture when I am shooting. And I have come here because I am very passionate about filmmaking, and I enjoy filmmaking. So if I don't enjoy, then there is no point in being a part of it.
Yeah. I wonder, Rakshit, on the same, because you don the role of producer, actor, writer, and there is a sort of a time period between movies. I think the biggest gripe that when I posted yesterday that I'm going to interact with you was, why doesn't he do enough movies? Why do we have to wait for 3 years to Rakshit to come back on screen again? So do these sort of market forces or competition affect you? How do you stay away from that pressure?
No, it never bothered me. As I always tell, for me, filmmaking is life. I have taken this as 80% of my time goes, either I'm thinking about films, or I'm working on something about on films. And I believe you should enjoy life, right? So it shouldn't be, or just because people are talking, you shouldn't get into that pressure and compromise on your own life, because it's
100%.
very important. This is where this is why we are here, first of all, and we can't compromise on this. So none of this matters to me. But at the same time, it's not that I will take 3 years to make every film. When I did ASN, I had reached a stage in my life where I wanted to learn more about filmmaking. Because when I came, see, I didn't work under anyone as an assistant director or an associate director. I've learned to make films by watching films and by making short films. So when I made Udidoru Kannante, that's all I knew. That's the only thing I could write, because it's all from my childhood memories. And when I wrote Kirik Party, again, that was from my engineering background, and I knew basic format of telling a story. So that's how Udidoru Kannante and Kirik Party happened. But then I wanted to learn more about the structure, because there are so many books about them, and I've read them quite a few times even before, but I've never understood them, because whenever I thought that I gave much importance to it, I was compromising on my story. So then I had completely left it. But this time I made a point that I need to learn. I need to understand what it is actually. So that's when I started learning. So which is why ASN, the whole writing process took 1.5 years, and we were trying something which is not from the memory bank at all. We are creating a fresh, fantasy land and creating fresh characters, and obviously there are few inspirations from Wild Wild West films where we have seen. But otherwise, adopting that in Kannada and creating our own fantasy land, which is Wild Wild West, was a new thing which we were trying. And we wanted to know what is exactly the structure. So we were trying to decode the structure and trying to fit in the story inside the structure. So there was a lot of learning there. And also, once we started shooting for ASN, I had not shot anything on sets before. So there was a lot of learning there as well. A lot of, in Kirik Party, we shot the whole film in just one location inside one campus. Udidoru Kannante was all my hometown. we didn't build any set there. So this is the first time we had to build the whole fort, and a lot of things we had to crack while shooting. But it gave me an experience, probably because of which I am confident to make Punya Koti tomorrow. And again, 777 Charlie also took some time, because the film actually demanded that kind of a time. Charlie demanded that kind of time, also because of the pandemic, which came in between. So a lot of delays there also. Also, probably after ASN, I was in a state where I was trying to explore myself. I was asking a lot of questions to myself. What am I? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? What are my insecurities? What are my pros and cons? So all this questioning was going on, because obviously it was also related to the character called Dharma, which I was playing in the film. So I think all that is done now. I'm. It's like I keep saying that with Charlie I come a full circle once again.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah.
And in when I started my career, for some reason I don't even know why I wrote it, but for some reason I'd written in all my social media bio that realize your passion, come a full circle, be a child once again, looking for the ideal world for cinema, be a cinema. So I think in last 10 years, after so many films, after exploring so many things inside and outside, I think I have come a full circle, and probably I'll be starting my second. I'll be traveling in the circle second time now, but with an experience this time.
No, that is beautiful, Rakshit. Like, it's poetic and something that we're all waiting to see. Also, I wanted to ask you, because I'm too tempted to ask this: does ASN have a future?
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
Like every world I have created, probably I would like to, because see, when I made Udidoru Kannante, I had no idea that I'll be making a part 2 of it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when I started writing Richard Anthony, I feel that it was always written that it had already written, even while I was writing Udidoru Kannante. That script knew that there is another part which is coming after 10 years. So I'm re-exploring that. So I'm sure ASN also there's a lot of possibilities where you can. I would want to do Wild Wild West thing even better this time. Looking at all the pros and cons, what happened in ASN. I'm sure if we re-explore ASN, then it will be even better.
Lastly, Rakshit, I wanted to I think fans would kill me if I don't ask you last two questions. It's what can you tell us about Punya Koti in this, and is it your dream project?
It is my right now. It is my biggest dream project, and I'm very excited about it. That is something which probably obviously Richard Anthony didn't happen organically. For example, it didn't come from inside. First we decided that no, Richard Anthony, we have to make this film, and after that I started exploring, if there is anything inside which will come out. But Punya Koti has always been haunting for a long time now, and I can't wait to go on floor when it comes to that project. So I need to finish all this, and I'm not thinking too much about it right now. But there are times when I just play music and go into that world and spend some time and come back.
So okay, that's I think that would suffice. And last question, Rakshit, I wanted to ask you was this is the most requested question, which is Thugs of Malgudi and the Kicha Sudeep collaboration going to materialize?
Anytime soon, I'm not sure, but I have a great script with me, and I think after Punya Koti, definitely that is something which I want to do. Probably someday I'll go and sit with Sudeep sir, and if he's still up for it, then probably I would want to take it up someday. But after Punya Koti for sure.
Yeah. Looking forward, Rakshit, and I honestly cannot wait for 777 Charlie. And best of luck again. Again, an honor to have you on the channel. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.